Good morning, everybody. We'll be starting in a second. I have a cat that's trying desperately to lay down on my lap right now. There. Hey, Mia, how are you? You can't see her, but you could see her hair all over me. She's right below you guys looking at me. I wish I could just move my camera so you could see her, but I guess you're not going to be in the audience today, Mia. You, Mia the cat. All right. Yes. All right. Now you got to behave yourself, Mia. That's right. You got to behave yourself. All right. Let's say hello to everybody, shall we, Mia? Let's not be rude to anybody. Say hello. We got a lot of people here. We got Cheese Gray Trader. We got John. We got Robert, Arnolfo, Peanuts. Good morning, everybody. Cifazio, Kevin, Robert, Steve, David, Yuri, Richard, Bill, Jill, Stan, Brendan. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So good to see all you familiar faces. Jody, Dave, Lydia, Lloyd, Brian, James, Wayne, Thomas, Dave, Mark, Steve, Dave, Wade, Chad, John, Matt, Warren, Michael, Nathan. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Remember, it's quad witching today. Uh, Rick, Robert, Cam. Good morning, Cam. Welcome back. Joel, Tom, Richard. Good morning, Richard from Puente Gorda. Good to see you. Always good to see you, Richard from Puente Gorda. We got Eagle Beagle, Omar, Rihanna, Wesley, Greg, Brian, Tom, Ray, Jeremiah, Walt, Ruth. You see this cat right here? She's trying to make herself comfortable on my lap. So if you see something furry coming up from my right here, that's oh, there she goes. There she goes. All right, there you go, Mia. That's better. Thank you. We're both going to be more comfortable like this. Yes, yes, you're a good cat. Yes. All right. Wesley, Rihanna, Greg, Brian, Tom, Ray, Jeremiah, Walt, Ruth, Deanna, Javad, Spider Monkey. Hey, Spider Monkey. Richard, good morning to you. Beautiful picture. Beautiful picture. The baby is just adorable. Just want to eat her up. I can't wait for that. I got another maybe 5 to 7 years for that, but hopefully it'll happen sooner than later. Karen the Shark is here. David, Bancroft, Julio, Krish. Let's see who we got here. We got a lot of people here is what we got. This thing just goes by so fast. I can't keep track. Krish, Hopium. Good morning, Hopium. Good to see you here. We got a lot of people here is what we got. David, just Jen, Brendan, RP from Spain. Good morning, Jeff. George, Harold, James, Aileen, Moondog is in the house. Rick, JB, William. Good morning, William. Charlie, Whitco, Delbert, Solaire, Henry, Peanut, Peter, and Pete. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Steve, Ken, Justin. Yeah, it's quad witching today, folks, and I'll talk about that in a minute. Bob, good morning. Thank you for doing God's work. Gary, Eduardo, Delroy, Lori, Bugs, Genevieve, Ira, Frank, Beam, Clay, Afa Diaz, Stacy, Ali. Let's see. God, we got a lot of people here. We got James, we got Gregory, Kirk, Lewis, Afa Diaz, Bob, Raj, Matt, Bugs, Gregory. Good morning, Bugs. Gregory, Carlos. Good morning, Don. Don, Bob, Ivano, Sassy Trainer, Cam. Good morning, Cam. Kevin, Naples fan. Jay Blazer, Edward, Tony, and Jacques. Good morning, Jacques. Jacques Cousteau. You remember that. You know, I always have a saying, Jacques Cousteau. I used to watch that show religiously when I was a kid. I used to love that show. So whenever I see Jacques, I always think about Jacques Cousteau. I had a law school friend. His name was JT. His real name was Jacques. We used to call him JT, but every time I see Jacques, I think about JT and I think about Jacques Cousteau. All right. Ed, We got a lot of people here. Folks, let me give you some links to start off real quick. Here's the link for the VIP room. We had a fantastic session yesterday. I talked a lot about the A line. Today, I'm going to let me tell you what I'm going to do today in the VIP room. But the VIP room is always, we always have a lot of fun in the VIP room. If I can only find the right channel. We got selecting the right option for A-line stocks and debit spreads. We'll talk about options and debit spreads. How to use the A-line for credit spreads. I use A-line for credit spreads all the time. How to use anchored VWAPs to set entries and profit targets for A-line stocks. How about them apples, right? Anchored VWAPs. Trading A-line pullbacks versus trading A-line breakouts. That's something I didn't go through yesterday that I want to go through. And more on trading psychology and why most folks find it difficult to tap into it. There's a reason why. The more me talking about trading psychology is not going to improve your trading psychology. It'll make you more aware of the problems you have. If you're not aware of the problems, you're not going to be able to solve them. It's very hard to solve them psychologically. Thank you, Bob. So in the VIP room, here's the link again, real quick, in case anybody missed it. Selecting the right options, whether it's a debit spread, credit spread, or a straight option. Using anchored VWAPs to help with entries and exits. Trading A-line pullbacks versus A-line breakouts. More trading psychology and why most folks find it difficult to tap into it. I'm going to talk about that. I highly recommend you attend. And also, Customer Service Live. It wasn't Cam that's back. It's Gustavo that's back. Sorry, Gustavo was gambling with Jax in Vegas. Cam was always here. Sorry, I got it backwards. So there's the link for Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show. Folks, I get a lot of questions, and 90% of all the why doesn't this light up? Why doesn't this work? Why is this too bright? Why is this too... They can help you with that. They can genuinely help you with that, okay? Please utilize them for that. They are there to help you, okay? Hey, Scotty, good morning to you. Ringo, CJ, good morning, Brian. Now, folks, I know we have a lot of people coming in here right now. Please go right here. Make sure you're watching at 1080p, okay? Right here. See how it puts me on auto mode? You don't want to be here. You want to be right here. Right, Mia? Yeah. Mia agrees. That's her tail right here, right there. 1080p. Make sure you're at 1080p. And if you don't mind, give us one thumbs up right here if you guys enjoy and get value out of this. If you don't, that's fine too. It's not a big deal. It's okay. So, hey, Gustavo, good to see you. Oh, also took a day off. So I did have it right. Okay. You guys got to stop taking these vacations, or you got to start including me in your vacations. I got to get a little time off too. Okay. Let's talk about the market. We've got a lot to talk about. It's Friday. Let's start with the small caps. The small caps that are on my list right now are, here, let me just go back up here. Let's see. I'm just seeing if there's anything else going on right now. Okay. We got CJET. This stock right here, CJET, if it goes above 25 cents, okay? AMGH, GMH, excuse me, AGMH, it has to go above 760. XXII, it has to go above 270. And SOWG, this baby has to go above 135. I'm going to repeat that again. I should go out there. You want me to? Yeah, I have Ringo, that one. VRCA. Yeah, actually, VRCA looks good. We can add that to our list. That just started popping right now. Thank you for that. Who was that? Sebastian, that's a good one. I'm going to add that one. VRCA. It wasn't on my list earlier today. It wasn't popping. Now it's popping. It's definitely popping. Definitely popping. Above 540, above 541. Let's see. Above 5. Why do we make it 541? 541. Definitely, definitely. This one's definitely popping. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. See, when we look to the left, you see volume, you can't find anything as high. That's what you want. Good job. Good job. Warrant almost sold out. The target price is BCDA. BCDA? No, no BCDA. BRFH. Yeah, I don't know about this BRCH. A little too. Yeah, I don't know about this BRCH. Yeah, no, 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 not feeling it. All right, those are the small caps for today. Those are the small caps for today. All right, let's now get into the news. What news do we have today? We have Mary Dolly speaking, and we have quadruple witching. Why is it quadruple witching? Because it's the end of a quarter, and it's because we have option expirations for indexes, futures, stocks, and commodities. Okay, all of it. Now, remember, I hate to say I told you so, but remember I warned you about the bond market? This is not good for the stock market, folks. This is not good for the stock market. This is not good for the stock market, okay? The fact that bonds are breaking down, you may or may not, you probably don't remember. It's been a while and we've been talking a while, but I've been making a big deal about this area right here. Here, let me show you on, you see, these are high volume bars right here. And that's a major resist support right here. And that's a major resistance right there. Here. See how I drew these lines for you right here? See how we're in this level right now? See how we're inside this already? That's not good. And I believe we're going to we're already filling this gap. I believe we're going to fill this gap right here. I've been telling you this now for a few days. Okay? This is not good for the stock market. This is not good for the stock market, okay? This is one of the biggest reasons why stocks went up. Interest rates are going down. Interest rates are going down. Well, look at where we're at right now. And look at what happened yesterday when the Fed decided, the other day when the Fed, buy the rumor, sell the fact. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. And I'll talk more about this in a few seconds. BCDA looks good. No, it does not. It has no volume. No, it doesn't. Okay. US dollar. Remember what I told you? I believed US dollar was going to come right back into this range. I thought this was a little too much. I thought after the Fed announcement, as we get closer to the hearings, we're going to get back into this range. We are getting back into this range. This is overdone. Just like we went here. I warned you about this. If you've been watching me, then this is not a surprise. And I warned you that when the US dollar starts coming up, what will happen to gold? Exactly this. Remember? We talked about all of this. We talked about all of this in like great details, extensively. Folks, does anybody not remember us going through this analysis with the bond market, the US dollar, and gold earlier this week? Does anybody not remember? Let me know if you don't remember, because we talked about it like a lot. You guys remember, right? Okay. Bonds coming off, US dollar going back into this range, the gold market coming right back down. Remember? No. No ADAP. Volume is low there. Okay. Crude oil. Rip Van Winkle time, man. Look at this. It's nothing. Nothing. Just keeps going back and forth. 63, 64. Absolutely nothing. Okay. All right. Bitcoin. Let's see. Do we have that breakout finally? This thing is just torturing us. I want to show you something important here, though. Look at how well my levels work. Remember I said ascending triangle, consolidation around here. Now look at this. Look at the black lines. Look at how well. Remember what I said? We're going to get tighter and tighter and tighter. Remember, as the triangle, we're going to get tighter and tighter. Look at how well it's been respecting this area. It's been beautiful. We need a breakout above this red line right here. We need September Bitcoin to go above 118, 143. And again, I've been saying, folks, there's absolutely nothing that I'm saying right now that I have not been saying this entire week and probably part of last week. So far, the bond market, it had peaked out exactly when we thought it would. The US dollar is going right back into its range as we thought it would. The gold market is cooling off and going towards this line as we expected it to. And crude oil is doing absolutely nothing. Okay. And Bitcoin is actually following this ascending triangle and developing about as beautifully. I mean, I can put this in a book for ascending triangles. This is about as beautiful can be, right? But and let me tell you something. The tighter it gets here, like it is right now, the better it is, because then the breakout, assuming it's to the upside, which is generally how it works, is a good one. So we're keeping an eye on this. One of the reasons why, so yesterday I had a gap to green. Let me show you. So let me show you how what I'm showing you right now, how it's directly related to stocks that we trade. So right now we're talking about Bitcoin, right? And you're thinking, well, I don't trade Bitcoin. Why should I pay attention to all of this? Bitcoin, Schmidtcoin, Roger doesn't trade Bitcoin. I don't trade Bitcoin. Why are we even spending so much time talking about Bitcoin? Well, let me show you something. Yesterday, I gave you two stocks. I don't remember what this, I do remember. I gave you two stocks. I gave you this stock and I gave you Docu. I gave you two stocks. Now, take a look at both stocks. Look at this. We have a huge gap. We have a consolidation, a breakdown, and now we're back in the gap, right? I'm showing you something really important right now. Really important. So pay attention. Look at the gap. That's a perfect gap to green trade. We might have even taken it in gap to green. I'm not sure if Matt took it yesterday or not. And the second choice was coin. Okay? Okay, now let me ask you an interesting question. They both look almost identical. Look, breaks down, see the gap, breaks down, consolidates, and comes right back up. Just like Docu, just like this stock right here. Okay? Why would I take Docu and not take coin? And not take coin. Same setup. Breakout right here above the 50-day moving average. No confirmation yet, but not bad, right? Because I wouldn't take it because Bitcoin hasn't broken up above this area. Okay? Most do, Michael. You just have to get permission. Thinkorswim, a lot of brokers do. If you want to trade small caps, the best stocks for small caps is Lightspeed. Lightspeed. They charge commission, but you'll save money trading them. And you'll be able to short a bunch of stocks. Okay. So the reason we wouldn't take coin is because we're waiting for actual Bitcoin to break out higher before taking coin. You understand that? See how we're talking about Bitcoin, but what we're really talking about is coin. And coin is a stock. And see, I'm not taking this stock long till I have a breakout here. So you see how we're talking about something that may have no interest to you, may have no relationship to what you're doing, but it does. And not just coin, MSTR and other stocks. See, I'm waiting for this to pop so I can go long this stock. And I'm not kidding. I'm serious. Of course, Naples fan, MSTR, coin, they're all driven by Bitcoin. Of course. Yes, it is. It is TP. So do you guys understand? I'm talking about Bitcoin and you're thinking this isn't relevant to you. Oh, yeah, it is. Because if Uncle Roger gives you a trade on Coinbase, your ass better make sure that Bitcoin is breaking out. Do you understand what I'm saying? Everything here is related to stocks, even though you may not see it or think it or realize it. So everything is related to other things, okay? China. What's China doing? It's holding up okay. It's nothing really crazy. It's right, Mia? We're still good on China, right, sweetie? All I see is the tail right here. Here. You got a tail you could work with right there. All right, let's continue. All right. Oh yeah, folks, if you're just coming in here right now, we got about another 50%. Please make sure you're watching it. Make sure you go to the gearbox. Make sure you're watching a 1080p. Here, you click on this and make sure you go all the way on top watching a 1080p. Okay. Yeah, that AGMH is now at 806. Remember our target was 760. We'll have to revisit it again. We're having a breakout moment on AGMH. Our entry was 760 after market opens. It's now at $8. So it's definitely moving. Okay. I did. I showed Mia. Here, let me see if I could show you Mia. 1 second. 1 second. Let me see if I could show you Mia. There she is. See her right there. Hey, Mia. You want to say hello to everybody? She's just laying down flat. Okay, there's Mia. She's chilling. She's doing her thing. She's doing what she's supposed to be doing. Okay, sorry about that. All right, let's go back. Let's go back here. All right. All right, let's talk about stocks. Catalysts. What are the catalysts for today? Can anybody tell me what the catalysts are for today? Catalysts, 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 catalysts. And while you're giving me catalysts, I'll post some links for the VIP room. We're going to have a heavy duty session today, folks. We're going to call this the heavy duty session. Here's the VIP room. Yep, she's checking out market action. She's getting my hit list ready. There's the link for customer service live, guys. All right, Richard Demostro's coming in hot. Transports, I got that. Home builders, I got that. Let's see what else he's got. Tesla, Lennar. Let's see here. Transports, home builders, Trump, China, quad witching. Oh, I think he's got everything. Hold on. No, you're missing Tesla. You're missing Tesla. So you got, I'm going to do it one by one. So Richard DeMosto, you got everything except Tesla. I'm glad you got the transports. I'm glad you got FDX and the transports. Great job, Richard. You just missed Tesla. Let's see what Richard Feinberg. He's always right on the dot. Quad witching. That's just China. I would just say China. China. But you got it right. You got it right. FedEx, Tesla, Lennar. I think he's got it all. Richard, that's the second day in a row that I have nothing to say to you, which is probably the best thing I could do. Matt says FedEx, Tesla, Lennar. Met, I didn't see anything with Met, MET. Bonds, Fed speaker. Yeah. I guess Fed speaker. Okay, fair enough. I didn't see anything with Met. I don't know what's going on with Met. So here's what I've got. I got China, triple witching, Fed speaker, which we already mentioned, home builders, which is Lennar, Tesla, shippers, transports, which is FedEx. So and you guys did get that. And you guys even called it the right thing. Thank you for doing that, Richard. I appreciate you. And Richard DeMoss, two Richards. We got two Richards that are. Matt's got it. Matt, where did you get Met from? Maybe I missed it. Met had earnings, but the weight is low. When again had my money on Richard got it. Oh, my CC's turned off. I'm sorry about that. I'm not doing that on purpose. Sorry about that. Let's see. I don't know how to turn it on right now. I only know how to turn it on after I share. I don't want to get into it right now. Sorry about that. I'll have it working tomorrow. My apologies. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that, Bill. I apologize. I'll make sure it's on tomorrow. Hmm. Tesla was upgraded. Met slid over in pre-market. They downgraded it. Let's see. Is it a he might be right. He might be right. Maybe I missed it. Hold on. Yep. Let's see. He's right. He's got a point there. Yep, insurance. Thank you. Thank you, Matt. So see guys, we see let me show you something. You see mine? I do mine at an hour ago, right? So when I go here, he's still Alexander, the guy who writes this, he's still writing. He's still writing. So now let's see if I go there. Let's see if this is why you guys are very helpful to me with small caps and catalysts, because sometimes when I get this, I don't see all of it. See how Meta's here now? Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Matt. I appreciate that. Now look at mine. You see, mine doesn't have that. See, that's mine. That's what you guys are seeing because I'm an early bird. I do this early in the morning. Okay. See, Met is right there. He's absolutely right. He's absolutely. So we got to add insurance to this. Okay. Thank you for that. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. So let's go back to my sheet, which does not have that. But we will go through this right now. So first things first, let's go through this. Investors are turning their attention to the phone call between China and Trump. They're scheduled to talk this morning. I just labeled this as China. If you label this as TikTok, that's fine too. There you go, Eagle Beagle. Trump, they're going to be talking yesterday. All the stocks we talked about, except for CrowdStrike. I don't think we talked about CrowdStrike yesterday, but they did already trade based on yesterday. I think we might have missed it, maybe not. I don't remember. Intel was the big daddy. Really confused Mags yesterday and SMH because when Intel goes up 22%, that'll distort some market cap. Fact said, I've been short this stock for about a month and a half. I've been giving you this stock on my short list almost every day. It went down really, really hard. Thursday showed that Philadelphia manufacturing index rose to an 8-month high. This is really weird. Part of the economy is doing really, really well. Part of the economy is doing really, really bad. We got inflation and we got job problems. We're in a really interesting time right now. We're in a really interesting time right now. Jobless claims came out. Notice the number went back to 231 as we expected it to. Didn't stay at 270 very long. But again, I remember what I told you. A lot of people think the VIX is broken. I think this is broken. And the only reason why I think it's broken is because for as far back as I've been looking at it, and I've been looking at it every day for as far back as I can remember, which is many, many, almost a decade now, I don't remember this number being above 225 or 230 more than maybe 3 times. And every time it goes up, it just comes right back down, which makes no sense. So I'm not saying that facetiously. I'm really saying that like something here doesn't make sense, right? Something here doesn't make sense. And I've been saying that for a very long time now. I didn't just start saying this when they started saying that the job numbers are off. I've been saying that for over a year now, maybe 2 years now. How if anything is broken, it's not the VIX, it's the jobless claims. Not unemployment numbers, jobless claims specifically. I'm not kidding. Take a look at the graph. 225, 210, 230, 225, 230, 275, back to 230. It's just every time, including last week and this week. Federal Reserve is cutting interest rate. Okay, 91% chance of a 25 basis point rate cut and 8% of no rate cut in October. What I want to know is where are the December numbers? I think we're still pretty good for October. My concern is December. My concern is December. No, me either, Eagle Beagle. I've never heard that. It took him an hour and a half to tell that to people. It took him an hour and a half to tell the public, folks, we have a problem we've never seen before. We have higher inflation and we have higher unemployment. We've never seen it before, and I have no idea how we're going to fix it. That's all he had to say. I'm not kidding. That's all he had to say. He spent an hour and a half explaining this to you. He spent an hour and a half. You guys think I talk a lot? He spent an hour and a half explaining to you how we have high unemployment, high inflation. We've never seen a problem like that before, and we don't know how we're going to solve it. An hour and a half. An hour and a half. I'm going to start taking drugs if he keeps talking like that. Jesus. Amazing. Let me put up the bond market. Bond market's going sideways. Okay. Meanwhile, Wall Street is bracing for triple witching. I call it quad witching because it's at the end of the quarter, but it is triple witching technically because because equities, index options, futures, and commodities are the same, but I like to classify them differently. So some people say triple witching, some people say quad witching. I say quad witching. But that's that. There's going to be. Listen to this, folks. $6.3 trillion of stock and equity options are going to be expiring today. He was trying to make his wage in an hour and a half. I think so. I mean, like the current president is focused on market being up, but the economy isn't doing too well. That's absolutely right. That is very, very true statement. I agree with that. I mean, I think every president wants the stock market to go up. I mean, that's a huge measure for presidency because a lot of people have their money in the stock market, retirement, 401k. I don't think that's anything strange. So we could be expecting some volatility today, especially afternoon. And you guys know how Fridays are for me. I'm a little, all we've been doing is mostly time spreads and just a couple of we've been doing really well, but I've been very cautious. We're going to be hearing Dolly talk. That will be important, folks. It's happening at 2:30. It's happening at 2:30. That will be relevant. It will be relevant. Europe is up 0.42, poised to end the week on a good note. Automobile stocks outperformed, something to pay attention to. China closed lower today as investors decided to take some profits while awaiting the outcome, blah, blah, blah. Semiconductor stocks retreated on Friday. And insurance stocks slumped. Folks, financials and chips. Financial and chips. The U.S. stock markets, do you think they go up a lot when chips and insurance stocks are beaten up? No. And SMH went up quite a bit. We'll get into this. I have a lot to say today about the stock market. Japan reversed earlier gains and closed lower today following Bank of Japan's decision to begin selling its massive holdings of exchange-traded fund. Retail stocks led the decline on Friday. Electronics lost ground. Semiconductors retreated. Electronics lost ground. In Europe, auto stocks outperformed. Okay? It is quad witching. I mean, it's just language, camp, but I call it quad witching. Folks, remember, on Monday, we're going to be changing our VWAP, okay? I wanted to give you a full week's notice from last week. We're going to be changing our VWAP to today's date on Monday, okay? The VWAP, the quarterly VWAP, will be changed on all the indexes to today's date on Monday, okay? Okay. And Catalyst, thank you, Matt. I do appreciate you and everybody else. We now have Lennar, Tesla, FedEx, and Met. Folks, can anybody tell me why Bill is not a catalyst? Let's see how well I've trained you guys. You're right, Jeff. That's a very good point. Can anybody tell me why Bill is not on my watch list? Come on, guys. We're about to get into some meat and potatoes stuff here. Can anybody tell me? Can anybody tell me? I guess you guys are too concerned with Oracle and targets. Folks, can we focus on what I'm talking about here? Too small. Very good. That's right. That's the right answer. Too small. All you had to do, and I'm so glad that people stopped bringing up these small stocks. Look, Bill, you go here. You go to overview. It's not in the S&P 500. It's not in the S&P 500. And it's prepackaged software. It's not chips. That's right. Yay. That's right, Mia. Mia, they're starting to get it. This is really big, Mia. This is big, Mia. Very, very big. Mia's very happy. You can't see her face, but she's very, very happy right now. She's very, very happy about this. I said that it's not in the S&P 500. No, it's not because it's below the 200-day. Ray, a catalyst has nothing to do with where a stock is. It has to do with the fact that it's not in the S&P 500. Don't give me stocks unless they're extremely relatable to other stocks like retail and chip stocks. If they're not in the S&P 500, they're not going to be a catalyst. Okay? Thank you for that. Thank you for not screwing it up. All right, now let's talk about the market. Now I'm going to ask you an interesting question. I want to see how good you guys are. What was the high level that I gave you guys yesterday on the QQQ? Do you guys remember? What was the level that I gave you yesterday on the QQQ? Let's see how good you guys are. Remember this? Remember this? Remember this? 596.95, right? 596.95. Look what the morning high is today. 596.95. This is yesterday. This is 24 hours ago. This is 24 hours and 20 minutes ago. 596.95, right? Look at the high, the pre-market high this morning. 596.95. Pretty good, huh? Nope, it's not 597. It's 596.95. 596.95. How well do my levels work, folks? 24 hours ago, real time. Pretty damn good, huh? Pretty damn good. Wouldn't you say so? That's 24 hours ago, and that's right now. Literally right now. 596.95. Now, do you guys see why you come here every day? It's not for the cat pics, okay? All right, let's continue. So let's talk momentum. Let's see what's going on. $20-day breakouts. 347 from 166. What happens every time this gets into the frisky number? Let's go back. Let me show you. 166, 203, 317, 172, 475, 227, 188, 317, 328, 278. They don't like those numbers right now. We're not in a breakout mode right now. So the fact that we're at 347 is a red flag for the 20-day highs. Too many stocks are making 20-day highs. What about 90-day highs? Okay, we got 52-week highs, a lot of stocks. Are we going to have follow through? Let's see if we have follow through. Let's see if we have follow through today. What about momentum? The Russell 2000 came up here. Technology came up here. Invesco came up here. This is starting to look a lot better than it looked a week ago or this week. Look how it looked 2 days ago. Here, a few days ago. Russell 2000 was here. Mid caps were right here, and retail was right here. Look at it today. Where's retail? Where's retail? Retail is all the way up here. Russell to interest rate sensitive stocks are starting to come up to the tech. And technology yesterday, technology was over here. Technology is now back up. So we're doing really good here. The question is, can we follow through? Well, remember I told you what to pay attention to yesterday. Do you remember I told you this is what I want to see? This is what I want to see. The number of stocks here. Remember, it was 44%. Now it's 49%. Do you remember this number here was 50%? Now it's 56%. Let's see if the S&P equal weighted is also making waves, or is it just NASDAQ 100? Nope. No soup on the S&P. No soup on the S&P. How does the SPY looking right now? Let's take a look. Not moving higher anymore. Remember I told you when 2 days ago when the bond market started going down that we were not going to go much higher anymore? It's virtually impossible for stocks to continue moving higher when the bonds are doing this. This is not a good look for the bonds. Look at mags. Do you see them going up at that angle anymore? No. Don't be surprised if we started cooling off. What I want to see is I want to see money coming out of mags and into here. Into here. Out of here and into here, the smaller 100 stocks. That's what I want to see, and we're seeing that so far. So we're seeing actually the market get a little broader at the expense of mega caps. Remember I told you too much money's coming into mega caps? This is what I wanted to see. I want to see more of this. I want to see this now in the SPY, in the equal weighted SPY, in this. Without the bond market, it's going to be very, very hard to go higher. Yep, every time. Yeah, we have, that's called sector rotations are happening every 3 days, Jeff, instead of 3 months. Yes, we'll be changing the VWAP on Monday, Don, to today's date. I want to see RSP rally. I want to see this come up here. I want this to look like this. I want this. See, they look the same up to 2 days ago. Up here, look, let me show you something. Okay, so look at this, right? Look at RSP and look at look at RSP and look at QQQE. Look at RSP, look at QQQE. They look the same, right? Look, RSP, QQQE. But then look at what QQQE does. Exactly what I wanted to see. I told you something really important a few days ago. I said one of the biggest things I want to see is money going to come out of cash from the mega caps, or is it going to go into smaller NASDAQ 100 stocks? Now, we spent a lot of time talking about this. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to rewatch the videos because we've literally spent like half an hour, 40 minutes at a clip talking about this. So you see how this is happening? We are seeing money start slowly coming out of the mags and into smaller NASDAQ stocks. The problem is we're not seeing that coming into the S&P 500 stocks. Okay? So, and the NASDAQ 100 equal weight will not be able to it doesn't have financials in it. It doesn't have any of that. So we need this to move too. We need the RSP to break out. If we don't, this is going to come right back into here and probably take the mags with us. So in short, we have a very big imbalance between the mega caps and the smaller stocks. That imbalance yesterday started showing signs of clearing out. I want to see a continuation of that. How would I see a continuation of that? I would see mega caps start becoming choppy or start coming down to this level right here, which is exactly what I expect to see. And I'm expecting the RSP to continue moving a little higher and the QQQE to continue down up this trajectory. Even if today is a even day, I don't mind. Just something along this line, not coming back into here. We don't want it to come back into here. We don't want RSP to just stay here. It's not going to do anything for us. We want to see the bond market start coming back up, not erasing this whole thing. If it erases this whole thing, it will reduce the fact that interest rates are going lower in October and December. Okay? Really, really important. So what we're going to be looking at today is the number of stocks if the number of stocks making 20-day highs, and I'll be updating you. If the number of stocks making 20-day highs when the market opens is still above 300, or if it's going to come back to the 150, 180 level, we're going to be keeping an eye on the bond market to see if the bond market goes below 88.66 on TLT. 88.66, 80, basically mid 80s. Okay. It's right now at the low 90s. Okay. We're going to be watching to see if RSP breaks this level, and we're going to be seeing if there's any follow through on QQQEs at the expense of mega caps, which I'm not really seeing anything crazy today. I also wouldn't be surprised to start seeing SMH cooling off a little bit because Intel isn't giving us that crazy tailwind that we got yesterday. It's already down a little bit. I'm expecting this rally to this gap. I'm expecting this gap to fill and this to come right back down to here. Matter of fact, I'll draw it for you right here. I'm expecting this to come right back down to here by next Wednesday. Okay. So am I really seeing a lot of, so what I think will happen is I think technology will start cooling off a little bit and we may get a little love in blue chips. Or if we don't see any love in blue chips, then this is going to come right back down. QQQE will fill this gap and come right back down to here, and RSP will just stay right where it is. Okay? The biggest sign will be how many stocks are sustaining an upside move above the 20-day high this morning. And for that, we're going to be looking at also this right here, the VIX. I told you something really important yesterday, and I'll tell you again. A lot of times I repeat myself because a lot of times you guys don't catch everything I'm saying at one time. But I want to show you guys something. See how we never broke this level? See how? So watch. Notice this little trick. Look at this little trick. SPY keeps making highs, right? Mags keep making highs, right? Mags keep making highs. What does VIX do? Is VIX making a lower low? Why? Because the VIX knows exactly what I'm saying right now is true. The VIX is in danger mode because we don't have a broad market. So until the VIX starts coming down to here, we're going to be in deep, deep doo-doo. Right, Mia? Yeah. She agrees. So notice we're in the middle of the range right now. And what I'm fearful of is that we're going to start coming back up to this range. And today we're going to see some softness. Point is, I think we're getting a little overextended across the board, except the smaller S&P 5. We're getting really overextended on the large cap stocks. And the love needs to move into the broader market, mid caps, smaller S&P 500 stocks. We need to see not just the large cap stocks break out, and I think most of you guys are starting to see that. So I wouldn't be too frisky to initiate longs. Notice I've been very, very nervous about longs. Okay, let me give you levels for today. Man, look how well it hit that 596.95, and look how well it. I'll tell you. Levels on the QQQ. I don't have new levels on the QQQ. Actually, I do have new levels on the QQQ. What am I saying? Okay, there and there. Okay, let me give this to you. I know you guys like this, so I'm going to give this to you on the Telegram channel. Here. Here's QQQ. QQQ. Let's do SPY. Look how well it came up here, almost touched that high level that we have. I don't have anything to give you on the SPY. It's the same levels as yesterday. Here's the SPY. Is this helpful to you guys? Mega cap, not large cap, mega cap bubble, mega cap bubble, mega cap. The Magnificent Seven mega cap. Um, oops, sorry about that. I don't need to do the Dow. I need to do the SMH. Okay. Okay. I know that this helps you guys, so I'll keep posting this till you tell me to stop. Folks, is what I'm doing helpful to you? I don't want to do stuff that's not helpful to you. You know what I mean? We don't have a lot of time here, so I don't want to do things that are not helpful to you. Here's this H. I do like Russell 2000 and small caps right now, by the way. Okie dokie. Got one more level here. Okay. Good. I'm glad it's helpful to you. Almost 700 people here right now. We haven't even gone through our stocks yet. Okay. Just need to check something real quick here. Yeah, bulls are getting a little too toppy here, guys. This is when call buyers are buying a little too much. Call buyers are getting a little too uppity here. Retail call buyers, we're getting a little too uppity here. So we're a little overextended, guys. We're a little overextended right now. Okay. When you see it go here, that means put buyers are getting a little too frisky. This is when call buyers are getting a little too frisky. Okay. All right. Let's go through some stocks. Folks, again, if you're just coming in here right now, and if this is beneficial to you, if this helps you gain a good gauge of the market, please give us a thumbs up one time, just one time. If you do it twice, it will negate what you did before. And also, let me give you a link, VIP room. I know a lot of people are just coming in here right now. Here's my VIP link. We'll be talking about options, anchored VWAPs, all sorts of cool stuff today. You'd be nuts to miss it. And here's the link to Customer Service Live. We'll take a look at the small caps one more time before we conclude, okay? I'll look at them. And I do have to get out of here. By the way, folks, we have linear spread, time spread in the pit. So I have to manage that for you guys. So I got to get out of here a little bit earlier. I got to get out of here a little earlier. Okay. I don't want to get in trouble with my boss. Mia, are you going to narc on me if I'm late to work? She's the boss. She's my big boss. All right. Let me give you stocks that I'm looking at to the upside and downside. I'll start with the downside first. You guys know how I feel about the market today. Hey, Joanne, good to see you here. I haven't heard from you in a while. How have you been? Send me an update, Joanne. Let me know how you're doing. Folks, here's my email address. Please don't send me customer service questions, but I love hearing from you. Here, rogerscott.com. There we go. If you guys have a question, please send it to me and let me know. Good, 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 good. So let me give you stocks, short stocks first. Honeywell, and I'm going a little slower. Cam and Raleigh asked me to go a little slower. When I use bar chart, it naturally slows me down because bar chart is slower than dirt. Honeywell, EQT. There are. I'm starting to get ready to trade to the short side once again. Believe it or not, starting to look a little appetizing. I haven't traded a short since middle of summer. Cold. The stock is as cold as ice. And remember, it's okay to short stocks less than $20. That is a beautiful looking stock. Beautiful looking stock. Let me tell my buddy about it. This thing is frozen. I need to get a faster computer for the house. See, the thing is, I'm never home. Well, it doesn't want to work. Okay, here we go. One second, folks. I just want to let my buddy know about this stock. Okay, sorry about that. Okay. I have a couple of, well, actually, a lot of traders that I communicate with. Anyway, that's a very nice trend right there. That's a very, very nice trend. If you want to know what a good trend looks like to the downside, put this on your list. PRMB. Clyde is actually downstairs. I got Mia here today. She's helping me out. That's a nice short. PRMB, PRMB, GGAL, GGAL. Very, very nice. CBRL. I'll go over them again, Angie. Just give me a minute. I'll go over them again. Cracker Barrel. We've been talking about this last few days. FIS. This stock was on my short list for like a year at one point. Not like recently, but this stock, like 2 years ago, this stock was on my short list every day for a year. I'm not kidding. And I think Amazon was on my list for long every day. We didn't have sector rotations every 3 days. We would have sector rotations every 3 months. So once we got a good trend, we'd be able to ride it for a long time. Those days are not here right now. We can't do that right now. TRI. TRI, and CCI. All right, those are my shorts. Let me give you my longs. I got a couple of potential A lines, okay? I got a couple of potential A lines. I'm getting a little late. I got to get out of here. Teradyne, I might have mentioned this yesterday too when we had the A line program. That's a very nice looking A line right there. ANET. I really like this stock a lot, by the way. Generally speaking, not like right now, but overall, I like the stock. That's a very nice A line right now. I'm gonna have to give those to Matt. Sophie. Now, Sophie's a financial stock. I like Sophie, but I also like Hood. Remember, they are going to be sort of kind of correlated. One is a fintech, one is financial. But just FYI, I do like these stocks. It's just my obligation to tell you. I like Google. I think Google still looks good. Mia still likes Google, right, Mia? Mia definitely likes Google. DKR. Wes says, when are you going short? You buy puts if option premium spreads do not make sense. Do you sell short or lower? Hey, Wes, I'm going to be talking about that for an hour today in the VIP room. Here's the link. I'm literally going to be, that's going to be part of my discussion today in the VIP room. And here's the link for it. And if you don't make it, it'll be recorded. And I'll give you the link on Monday, or you can email me and I'll give you the link. Or you can just go to the Roger Scott YouTube channel and go to the live tab, and we record it in real time. So I will be talking extensively when you should buy a put, when you should buy a call, when you should do a credit spread, when you should do a debit spread on all A lines. So I'll be talking about that today. Okay. Okay. So I'll be talking about that today extensively. Okay. But yeah, you're buying a call when you go long, you buy put when you go short. But I'll show you today when you can substitute it with a debit spread as well. So I'll be talking about that extensively. And if you attend, I'll probably end up giving you options on a lot of these stocks too. And again, if you're not there, Wes, just send me an email and you can watch the replay. We record everything we do. Okay. It's a great question. I just don't want to get into all that right now because I'm under the gun right now. I have a time spread that I need to offset it near the open, and I need to be at a computer when I do it, and it takes me about 15 minutes to get to work. So I'm a little pressed for time. So, because I'm trying to help you guys make money, not because of any other reason. Um, HPE, I like HPE, looks really good. The last one was BKR and Baird Gold, still looks pretty good. Gold stocks don't look bad right now. And you'll find that gold stocks and then physical gold, they tend to take turns. I would get this at the 8-day EMA, honestly. I don't think you're going to. What I would do is I would wait for this to take out the high, and then I would get it at the 8-day EMA. Zeta, last long stock, and then let's move to the small caps. I kind of want to do the small caps at the end, but I always run out of time. So let's take a look at what we've got, what we're dealing with. Okay. So CJET, CJET above 25 cents. Look at the volume on this baby. See, look back. Do you see volume that big on it? Nope. Bingo. And the price. And it's moving. AGMG. AGMH, excuse me. When I gave it this morning, it was at the price was 760. It already ran up to 870. So we're going to now change it to 870 here. 870. Okay. AGMH 870. Thank you for giving me the heads up on that. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. XXII, that was on my list. Above 270. SOWG above 135. And somebody gave me VRCA, I think, while I was here, and that was 545. Yeah, that looks great. Now let me see if there's any other ones that I missed. Just going to quickly go through this. No, 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 no. No, that's on our list. No, 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 that's on our list. Yeah, I think I got all of them. Okay, I got all of them, folks. Yep, that's right, William. 860. Yeah, and I wrote 870. Yep, we're on the right page. All right, folks, please be cautious. We're going to have option expiration. This is the biggest option expiration this quarter. Look at the number here, guys and gals. If I say guys, I don't mean anything, guys, gals. $6.3 trillion in stock and equity, just equity and stock. There's going to be some moves today. Be careful. Oh, let me take a look at that one. ZOOZ. You know what? You're right. Yep, he's right. William is right. above 940. William, above 940. Let me add that. See, I love doing this thing together with you guys. You find stuff that I don't, which is so great for a change. I love that. 940. 940. ZOOZ 940. Okay. I don't trade option expiration days. No, I don't. I never do that. I may initiate a trade, but it's not going to be based on option explanations. Thank you so much. Here's the link again, VIP room and customer service live. Here's VIP room. Please visit today's VIP room. It's going to be a very good session, I promise you, especially with all this volatility. I'll be talking about debit spreads, credit spreads, anchored VWAPs. You guys are going to have a blast. Thank you so much. I got to get out of here. Mia, you got everything covered here at home? Let's see Mia one last time. That's Mia right there. Mia, you're a shameless cat. Look at this. She doesn't want to, she's comatose. Mia is comatose. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you later. Have a great day, everybody. Have a great weekend, and I hope to see you in the VIP room, and I will turn on CC next time. I apologize. Sorry about that. My mistake. Mia culpa. Bye, everybody. Folks, please be careful today. Look at the relationship intraday between QQQE and RSP and the mega caps and the rest. They will give you a really good picture. Also, keep your eye on bonds and VIX. Very important day. Pina, John, Naples fan, Ringo, Hopium. Bye, guys. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the VIP room. Any email, any questions, you guys know you can always reach out to me. I have a 24/7 policy.